Director Tremira Simmons-Waits. Trying to dial in online, and Director Gigi Soublé. The sound does work? Okay, excellent. Okay, a quorum has been certified. We'll now do an invocation. We have a volunteer. Jonathan Preston's right here. I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, we can work that. Okay, and this is not comprehensive attendance, by the way. This is makeshift because Miss is not doing it today. So let me go ahead and put the date. It's 27 August 2026. Okay, do you have a volunteer to do the invocation?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our board. We thank you for the city, its administration, and its citizens. We ask that you would bless our meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
Flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty.
All right. At this time, we have citizens' comments. I have no citizen comments cards, so we'll proceed with presentations. And our first presentation is a visualization of downtown and road expansions. It's Bridget Minkins. Do you have something you're going to share on Teams? Yes. Okay, let me do that. Yeah, make that green. There we go.
I'm good to go now.
Okay, so you can just share at any moment.
Perfect. So what I'm sharing is to help like different communities. My firm, we do visualizations to help the community and the public.
Oh, hold on for a moment. I want to make sure that you're heard. Is there anybody online that can verify? Okay. Okay, good. All right.
Okay, so what we do is we help different ones to share visualizations of what the community can look like, and it helps. Okay. I'm watching your eye. And it helps the public engage where they're able to just learn more if you have a project up that will help. And this is just some examples of what we did for a project in Harris County that shows how a road will change, and it helps the community to show how it's changing from here. This was from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. So things like that we do. And if you have others, for example, have ones of bridges that you want to show, because this was one that a community wanted to show the bridges connecting. So this is an aerial, because a lot of them want to talk about how in your community, how the neighborhoods connect. So you can show different ones like the bridge, how it will have walkways, paths, and just to increase. And many come to do this because, again, it helps if you have a project to show the public or the stakeholders, and because they don't know what you're doing unless they can really see it. So then the last one I'll show you is just one I have here when I was thinking of Prairie View. Some of the area, just a sketch of some of the land. Just kind of showing what the area could be. If, like Sugar Land, Richmond, different ones have, even Memorial City, the Woodlands, different areas that you have, how you can expand. And then when people see it visually, they are more apt to look at it. So I wanted to just come and talk to you about how we can be an asset to you to possibly help you with this when you may have a hurdle, when someone doesn't understand exactly where you're going on something. So we've done this for different areas, Waller County, Harris County, Fort Bend, just to do that. Thank you for allowing me to
Okay.
co-present.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That was the best presentation I've seen this year. It was timely.
All right, thank you. Our next presentation is scheduled to be Purview discussing strategy as relates to the city. And we don't have anyone scheduled for this meeting to do that. And we're working towards having someone for the next meeting. So with that, we're rolling to the minutes. Were those passed out? I had a copy. There were a bunch of, yeah. We had some paper copies on the corner right here. Okay, if the directors have reviewed the minutes, is there a motion on the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes of August 6, 2026.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that the minutes of the August 26th meeting, August 6th meeting be approved. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? The motion carries. I'm recording this, but are you?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we missed this. Okay, all right. Get that out of my way.
Director Brown has her hand up.
Director Brown, you have the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
I know. Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we move item number 16 to the first item. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Okay, so with that, and also let's have a, I think I entertain a motion to move the reports to after the business. Okay, I make a motion that we move the reports to after the business. Is there a second? Been properly moved and seconded that we move reports to after the business. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. Okay, so our first item of business is number 16, discussion, consideration, of possible action on participation in Invest Houston marketing document, and that's at the rate of $17,500. Okay, so the mayor is going to address this. Before the mayor comes up, I've created a PowerPoint that is, oh, you have to go? Okay. Why don't you go ahead and speak, and then I'll show my PowerPoints. Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, members of the EDC, directors of the EDC, community members. It's good to stand before you today regarding this agenda item 16 regarding Invest Houston. I'm pretty sure, as you guys are aware, if you have not, let me give you a little bit background history on this. So this actually started under former Mayor Ron Leverett and kind of fell in my lap when I became mayor. And Invest Houston, invest generally, but they create publications for metropolitan cities all across the United States, so whether it be Houston, Dallas, Philadelphia, Chicago, New York, and their goals within that is to create a publication in which they can then use the suburb cities and then showcase them. So their goal is trying to attract attention, not to the bigger cities in those regions, but to the suburb cities of those regions. So last year, they really wanted Waller County to be a part of the second edition of Invest Houston. They did not have anyone from Waller County. So we were the only city this year that would be from Waller County. And then Waller County will also be featured as well. As they have, they're also agreed to do a sponsorship as well for this publication. So it would just be us, the city of Prairie View, and Waller County. I have been working with Clara for the past month and a half. She interviewed me already. She interviewed Bruce. She's going to plan to interview the university president. We're going to get a community member and I believe the SGA president. And our goal is to really just come up with a chapter that talks about Prairie View, where we're going, what's to come. A shout out to our 150 years at the university. And then we also want to have a community and a student showcase in there as well, just to kind of show what we're looking for. But it's just an opportunity to highlight our community, look for ways for CEOs, developers, the things of what we have available in our community. And they're working with us with the graphics and trying to make it all pretty and stuff like that. But that's really what Invest Houston is. So we have, our sponsorship includes a total of five pages in a chapter, interview with all of our leadership, interviewing columns focused on local companies, thought leaders, and investors, analysis of initiatives, current economic trends, plans for future development and investment. We also get a thank you box and a logo at the end of the chapter. Of course, we will get a PDF version of the chapter. They will supply us with 25 books as well, the whole Invest Houston. We will have a single page in both printed and online versions, access to the read report, the branded e-blast. So our city basically will be included into their branding and marketing. So when they're sending this out to their investors and their CEOs, the city of Prairie View will be mentioned into that. And then also the biggest thing, Invest Houston will have a symposium or a conference or whatever you have it. And of course, we have a speaking opportunity. So someone from the city of Prairie View will be speaking there. We will have our logo presented. We will have 20 tickets. And then, of course, I already mentioned about the books. So this is really great opportunity just to get our face and name out there to show the world what Prairie View has to offer and why we're the best place on the map to live, play, and grow. So that's my my spill on it. I feel like it's a great opportunity. It's something that I definitely support. Me and the former mayor also agree in that, and want to bring it to the EDC because I feel like it's a great opportunity for you all.
So I wanted you to see on the PowerPoint excuse me, I took the document, extracted some things that are relevant to us, like this is the cover page. Okay, things with our alumni to press that market. This would help us on that outside of Prairie View demographic significantly. So that's why.
President Bruce was saying, to me, I also feel like one of the biggest part, of course, the publication, I think is always great, but the us being able to go to their symposium or conference or whatever they have, and the invitation of all these developers, CEOs, for these business minds coming under one roof. I believe gives the opportunity for the city and the EDC to kind of take advantage of that network, and really kind of grow some of our connections as well to see if we can bring any of that back to the city of Prairie View. I know last year, John Whitmore, I can't think of his first name, Whitmire, he spoke at it, and he was basically talking about what he learned from it and the importance of all those leaders from like a political scale and a business scale kind of being on the same roof to be able to serve their community. So I definitely something that I believe that the city should be able to tap in and grow in from it.
So, and he's actually featured in here. I didn't grab his image, but the city of Houston is one of the first entities that's featured in this document. Frederick Roberts, you have the floor. Then I'll come to you, Dr. Brown.
The 17.5, is this annual, or how long does it run? Is it every year, or every 3 years, or 4 years?
Good question.
So this is every edition.
Every edition, and
Yeah.
you do it on an annual basis?
I'm assuming that do it on every annual basis, so yeah.
But we don't have to do it every year.
Correct,
But
yeah.
it's, if we're in a, surplus situation where we can do it, then then the years where we can't do it, then we won't. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
Yes, ma'am. So the city will get a total of 25 copies. And of course, unlimited access to our chapter, a digital chapter. They will give us the digital chapter as well, so we can share.
Good question.
That's between, I would leave that up to y'all, honestly.
I think you would get the first invitation, Dr. Brown, being on the board.
Right.
Yeah, so currently right now, me and Bruce are in the early stages of trying to figure out who is going to be the ones representing our chapter. And so right now we're thinking about doing at least 1 to 2 community people, and basically letting them have like their own section in the chapter and talking about what growth means to them in Prairie View, what they would like to see in Prairie View, and kind of have a community member's perspective, similar to what we're going to have from the student's perspective. And so that's kind of what we kind of plan to do. We have a student and then a community member. Yes, ma'am. I mean,
Yeah.
I would tell you the people that me and Bruce were talking about, we just have not confirmed it with them, so I don't want to say it in this public setting without confirming, but me and him did do some deep thought to ensure that we have a range of people represented in showcase. So, and I believe that we literally sat and talked about it for a good 30, 45 minutes just to figure out who can be the best people that can tell the best story for Prairie View. So exactly what you said, we literally have been putting a lot of thought
And
into it.
those were just very preliminary discussions. I
Very
appreciate
preliminary,
input from other directors on who those folks should be.
Absolutely, and it's not solidified. It's still in the process right now. So EDC definitely has, if y'all feel like y'all have some different names, we can definitely get that to them and get it changed. But we need to make sure that they're willing to be interviewed, they're willing to be published, things to that effect. But yeah.
You got to turn your mic on.
I don't think so. Yeah, I was think so. Yeah, I think it's Ms.
Yeah.
Webster.
Okay. So, okay, so I think we need a motion. I can make a motion for this, or is there any, unless I could break the motion, since we're allowed to do that.
I also want to make a correction, 'cause I know you said 17,500, it's just 17.
It's just 17,
Yes.
okay?
Mr. President, if you allow me,
Yes.
for this item, if there aren't any more discussions, I move that we participate in the Invest Houston marketing document in the corrected amount of $17,000.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded that the EDC participate in the Invest Houston marketing document for the amount of $17,000. Is there any discussion?
I'm glad that's a great question. You got the questions tonight, Dr. Brown. So actually, that's a great question. It depends on really the EDC. Clara has told me from the offset that they're willing to work with us. However, we can have it paid in January. We can have it paid now. It just really depends on what y'all want to do. But that's a great question.
Yeah, it is. I don't think we're limited in what we do. We just have to make a decision whether we pull from whatever the items. I mean, the money is there. Any way we want to allocate it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, we can, but we have an excess amount that I think we can pull these funds from in our current budget because the current budget allocates or accounts for all of the unspent money. So it's been moving from budget to budget. We may not have to pull it from our operating budget, which is different from the reserves as JJ describes it. So did you have a recommendation, Dr. Brown? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, Dr.
Fair
Brown, we can't hear you online. Whenever you get a chance, thank you. Okay, so we have a motion on the floor. All in favor, say aye. Repeat it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, to include coming out of our upcoming budget, 2027 budget?
I actually would rather it come out of this year's. Because I think
It wouldn't matter.
it
It
wouldn't
does matter because we have to move money and then we have to go to city council and get approval to
What,
move money.
what I'm
from
saying
one-
is if this would be a marketing expense, correct?
But we've already used that with,
Correct. Either way, whether we do it this budget, my understanding, whether it's this budget or the next budget, we're still gonna have to go to city council for approval.
I mean, so what she said, you can either put it into the budget or we could, I know the EDC we also have an amendment next week at our special city council meeting. If y'all wanted to just add additional more funds for that, that can happen as well. And the city council can approve it all
Yeah.
at once. So, I mean, we have two different vehicles on
We have-
which we can.
Yeah, we
get
have
this
to be
done.
careful on what bucket it's in and how it's identified because there is a 10%
Limit.
limit on per year on quote marketing, so if this is that or if it's something else, then that's what would need to navigate. And we would need JJ and our lawyers' assistance on that. So I think our vote would be to proceed and we would, we would figure out the particulars based on the feedback from our bookkeeper and our lawyers.
So can we move to approve
I
and
think
then
so.
leave that to JJ?
To work, yeah, we'll.
And then the board would be notified on how the logistics of that financial piece.
I think that's the best.
I think it's best to tell JJ what we want to do. I don't think, I mean.
We
he
could ask
was
for his
advised.
recommendation, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
either he can fix it where he can take it out of some line item in this budget without problems, or we can just write it in. To me, it would make more sense to just write it into the real budget that we do next week, I mean, for next year.
Yeah, I think the only problem is we have a 10% that can be allocated from our operating budget towards advertisement.
Right.
So if we have 30,000, it'll be, my recommendation is, hey, leave the operating budget as it is. We can pull this out as a special expense that doesn't impact the operating budget. Either way we do it, the money is there. So did you want to amend the motion? Is that what you said?
It's important for us to specify which budget it's coming out of in that motion, whether it's going to come out of the current budget or it's going to come out of the new budget.
Okay, can I amend my motion, Mr. President?
Yes, you may.
What's your recommendation?
You can,
Would you support me, Mr. Roberts? All right, so for item number 16, I move that we take action and participate in the Invest Houston marketing document in the amount of $17,000 in this current budget cycle.
Okay, it's been properly moved that and seconded that we participate in the Invest Houston marketing document to the tune of $17,000 in its current budget cycle. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. All opposed? The motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, E EDC.
Okay, let's circle back to the first item. Discussion and consideration and possible action to renew membership in the Waller County Economic Development Partnership for $3,500. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
Do you want to do this out of this budget or next year's budget? A month, okay.
That's probably this year.
Oh. My apologies.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we renew our membership in the Waller County Economic Development Partnership for $3,500. Discussion.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I guess we can, do you want to amend your motion to say for this year's budget, or what do you want to do?
Food, but when they checked their records, it wasn't. So this year's pretty much gone.
Done, okay.
Doesn't make sense to pay for the whole year for just a month, a couple of months. So I'm saying for this upcoming year,
Okay.
unless we want to just do it, we got money
No,
right there.
I think we're talking about when we are paying for it, and I would think we would want to pay for it sooner, pay for it with this current cycle.
well, I'm concerned
restricted.
that you've exhausted it 11 months almost, because September 1 is our budget year. So it doesn't make sense to, unless they're prorating what we're gonna get from
That's what I'm
September 1 to
thinking.
whatever.
Yeah, I think it, after
So,
discussion with
look-
them, it probably just rolls. This is just when do we want to pull it out of our funds?
Well, I know in some organizations you have, it's called rolling payment, where it becomes due the month that you pay it the next year. I don't know if that's how economic, Waller County functions that way. So, I mean, revoke, the discussion is on renewing the membership. So we'd have to figure out,
Yeah, but
in terms of when,
Okay.
how do they account for the year?
I think that's subsequent discussion to the vote.
Yes.
So it's been, any other discussion? Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded that we renew our membership in the Waller County Economic Development Partnership for $3,500. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Number 2, discussion, consideration, and possible action on ticket purchase of for Harrison Guy, Deer Prairie View, September 4th and 5th. 5 tickets for university students and 5 tickets for high school students. So this was presented as an opportunity for us to get our message out there among these groups, and it was presented actually by Jermira Simmons, who's tried to dial in, and she could speak to that a little more. But and this is for Purview's 150th. Do I have that down there? No. Yes, it's 150th activity. Dr. Brown, you had a question?
Yeah, I got several questions about this. First of all, how much are the tickets each?
Okay.
Second of all, why don't we have any residents in here other than students? Why is it just students instead of including some of our residents, especially some of our older people who may want to go? And are we going to provide transportation for them? We're in, most of the people in Prairie View pay school district tax to Waller. So is it going to be a Waller High School or a Hempstead High School?
Okay, this was envisioned, what I was presented to me, that these are Prairie View students that are teenagers. As I guess we have a top teens chapter here, and then 5 university students. But let me see if I can get Jermira on to provide some more details of what her vision was for this.
I mean, even if you include the top team, then you're going to have their sponsors. You're going to have an adult with them, right?
Hey, Jermira, are you online, or can you see?
I've been trying to connect the team. It is not letting me.
Oh,
So,
that's okay. For right now, we're talking about the ticket purchase for Harrison Guy, so we have some questions.
okay, yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Dr. Brown, could you repeat your questions?
How much are each, how much?
Question
each
is, how
ticket?
much are the tickets?
The Harrison Guy tickets. So initially, there was a lot of advertisement where the ticket sales started at $29. Because the ticket sales was going so well, the ticket sales had gone up, I think like maybe 2.5 weeks ago to 39. So they
Did she say
actually started
39?
at $39 up to $91. That's the base rate without the service fee.
So how much is the total thing with the service fee and everything? per ticket?
$59.
With the service fees, the $39 will probably roughly be around $45.
$59.
So we'll, for the sake of clarity, we'll just use $59 an hour, $59 per ticket as far as the cost.
And
So the $50 was penny. I don't know how many more of the $39 tickets are still available. So if the $39 tickets were not available, then it will go up to the next level.
The $91?
I think
Did
it goes
she say
up
$91?
to 91.
So what's the next level?
Up to 91. So you have closer to the stage, of course, is the 91 and the further back. And so as of right now, and then I think it goes up to 40, 43. I believe it is 43 or 44 on up to 91.
So I have a question. When I just started the topic, but I didn't present the why do this. And there's another question about, we have high schoolers, we have university students. What about some of the longer term residents of the city? So could you just sell the action a little bit to us, a description of what this is for?
All right, so the action with regards to the students, that came from Dr. Joanna Thomas. A lot of the students, they're gearing toward that Friday event because that is the day that the president is going to be. Majority, I believe all of those tickets are probably gone, so they was asking for additional students to attend on that Saturday. So for those, particularly those that's within the foster care program who probably don't have the finances to purchase additional tickets, if we could sponsor a couple of tickets. With regards to teams, that came from Burnett. Actually lives in the Prairie View Hempstead Waller area.
Okay.
So, but it's inclusive to everybody. It's for all generations. Howard, Houston, Waller, not limited just to Prairie View, Waller. It's for
Okay, I got a question, then we'll go back to Dr. Brown. One question, is there any opportunity, like if we do this, to get EDC mentioned? Because it's probably too late for any kind of ads in an ad book, if that's gonna happen. But as far as getting EDC mentioned, as far as donating anything, or if this is something that we're doing out of goodwill and that's, an action that the EDC is benefiting that way.
Yeah, so to answer your question, I'm still waiting to hear back on that, because this is the first, of a Prairie View student actually putting on his performance. Typically, like for the ensemble theater, different things like that, once you do a sponsorship, you're program. I don't think they have really finalized that. So that is something that I have asked the question and I have not received a response back.
Okay. Dr. Brown?
Okay, I'm still not clear on what high school students are going specifically. We're the Prairie View Economic Development Corporation. We're not Waller County Economic Development Corporation. The money that we spend has to go directly to, promote our city. I mean, maybe they can get a backpack or a T-shirt or something with Prairie View on it. But my question is, how are they going to, I know she said Burness had mentioned some students from Top Teens, but are they going to be from Prairie View? I know if they're university students, they'll be from Prairie View. But the high school students, we don't have a Prairie View High School. And so I'm concerned that using the money for that may not bring us any benefits.
So the top teams are teams from the Prairie View area.
But
Students are students, as far as if you're asking where they're from, but they have to be students of Prairie View A&M University.
I understand that, ma'am, but what I'm saying is we're not the Prairie View Area Economic Development Corporation. We're the City of Prairie View Economic Development Corporation.
Is the Top Teens is the Prairie View chapter, right, for Top Teens? So the chapter represents the Prairie View community. I do agree that we should include community members. This is something I wanted to put on the city's agenda a few weeks ago. But I mean, overall, we'll be spending well over just the ticket prices because, again, we need to pay for the individual tickets, transportation, and we need to figure out all of that. So the details and logistics will take a lot more so we can get detailed pricing, but it'll be over over $1,200.
Well, as long as it's under
yeah.
$5,000, it'll be okay. But what I'm saying is,
Yeah, I think we should include. I mean, I think we should include residents also. Also inquire about bus services, maybe a charter bus, depending on how many seats it could take, including students and residents. I think we should include residents as well.
Uh,
I couldn't hear clearly.
Okay.
Let me just re-clarify. So the reason why it was specified on the email that I sent to Bruce for students
Is that rain?
and for top teams, yeah, it's raining in Houston.
Uh,
For Purdue students and for top teams was because the Purdue students was actually asked from Dr. Joanna Thomas and the team was asked from Burnett.
We can
It
still
is
include.
not saying it cannot go to those where the EDC service in that community.
I mean, I think we could just include. I mean, include residents into the number of when it comes to the tickets.
we can do 5 residents, 5 top teams, and I'd rather put top teams, Prairie View top teams in high school, and 5 for the PVAMU, so that's 15.
Okay.
Okay, did you hear that, Tremira?
No, what did she say?
Okay, so we're looking at now 5 residences of Prairie View, long-term residences, 5 top teens that are from Prairie View, and 5 Prairie View University students.
And what is the date on it? When
Okay.
is-
This
Date
is
is
September the
September
4th.
I mean, so yeah, so I just think it's
Fourth
inclusive
to
to
fifth.
everybody. It's not, one or the other. When I sent the email again was only based upon the request that came.
Okay, so, Chamar, it sounds like someone had an idea for a group of people to attend this, and that was proposed to us in an effort to support that.
Correct.
Okay, so, thank you for that clarity.
All right. Now-
What, do we know what line item in our budget we would be
Director?
permitted to, support this?
In this current budget?
Tramara, do you know, from which line item these funds would be available?
So I have not seen the
No,
budget.
she would not
so
know.
I don't have that information.
Let me look real quick. Oh, he has a budget right there. We're checking in some things right now, Tamara.
Mr. President,
Yeah.
can we, until we get cleared, I think Dr. Brown has reached out to someone that may be able to help. Can we perhaps come back to this item so we can? Because I don't. 30 tickets? No.
No, I described what was going on. We don't have a motion. We're still discussing.
That's not 100.
But you should have the what's the name type. Like,
Right. I think she's,
Can we, do you mind? Or
Yeah,
you
you
think
wanna
it'd be
table it?
appropriate that we come back to this item?
yeah.
Because anytime, yeah.
Okay. Item number 2, can I just say we're going to circle back to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Item number 2, we're going to circle back to. We're going to move on to item number 3.
Right, we'll come back to it once you get clarity.
Yeah. The next item is hers, but we'll go to item number, next item is hers. We can go to item number 5. I move we,
Wait a minute, you're moving,
because that, item number 5 is,
but you got 4.
is,
Oh,
is,
because they're both her items.
Jaquavius is cut off, but
Okay.
that's Jaquavius.
Okay.
She's on the phone.
All right, so going to item 6?
Item number 5.
Item 5. Business incentive.
Direct business incentives.
Do you have any clarity? Okay, so we're good. Okay, so that was over.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we're back to number 2. Let's go ahead and, but this, that's not in this motion, the transportation, it's just tickets.
The request is that we do tickets. Now, I mean, you can do what you want to, but based on what is being presented, the motion.
Mao, your motion is just for tickets.
Yeah, it's just for
It's just for
tickets.
tickets.
Yes, it's just for tickets on the agenda. And
Okay.
It's just for tickets on the agenda. It also said just 10 tickets, but we're about to make it 15 because we're going to add 5 residents. So can we not add transportation to the motion? Because I mean, we're amending it to add
But-
residents too.
Well,
Well, my objection would be, you're asking for tickets. She's already direct who they're gonna put for the event. So it's evident that they've made the decision how they're gonna get there.
But we're adding residents now. Yeah, me.
okay.
Do you want to go?
Now, we also are stipulating like 5, and now, are we over, that you said $1,000?
$1,000
And the tickets are about, what did y'all hear, 50? Okay, you heard 60 times 15
It's 900.
is 900. And now we don't have enough for transportation. Oh, it's another bucket for that, maybe.
I mean, it'll be just the entire trip will come from the same line item. So I mean,
Yeah, so they'd be over.
So
I think.
my recommendation would just be stick with the agenda item. If we're gonna support it, we can vote up or down.
I would agree with that.
Dr. Brown,
Okay.
you have a motion? Okay. Well, we don't own this nigga car, and hopefully those
Okay.
who.
Do-
I got
Do we
you.
have a motion? Do we have a motion?
Okay,
I move to approve and take possible action on ticket purchase of Harrison Guide Deer Prairie View September 4th through 5th for 10 tickets, 5 university students and 5 top Prairie View Top Teens of America students.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we purchase 10 tickets, 5 university students and 5 high schooler top teens for the Harrison Guy Prairie View A&M Deer Prairie View event, September 4th through 5th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Okay, item number 3, discussion, consideration, and possible action to allocate funding. Hello, Tramira? Yeah, the motion carried out. We're actively in the meeting, so I'll talk to you later. 10 tickets, all right? Okay, bye.
No, the motion was 10.
He
Didn't
made the
act.
motion for,
For 10, that carried.
No, I think it's important that we include the residents, but the discussion was just to move forward with the 10. So that's the motion. I mean, I just took the recommendation of just following along with the agenda.
Okay. Dr. Brown, let's go ahead and move forward. Dr. Brown,
Mic, yeah, your mic.
Dr. Brown,
Yes.
let's move forward, please. Item number 3, discussion, consideration, and possible action to allocate funding for and organize a special community celebration to promote the city of Prairie View's recognition of Prairie View A&M's 150th year anniversary. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
Right now, I'm not in a position to have that discussion, so we can just pass that. I'm kind of very upset that you all actually voted to give tickets to students, college students and high school students, but not the residents that live here.
Yes, ma'am. I understand your concern, Dr. Brown. You also didn't vote, so the vote passes. The vote also passed with your vote.
Pardon?
Let's,
Yeah, what you
Dr.
said.
You didn't get a chance. You didn't vocalize your vote, and so it took it
I
for pass.
didn't vote either way.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
abstained.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and proceed. That's number 3 is being tabled. Let's proceed with item number 4, discussion, consideration, and possible action to begin planning and budgeting for the 2026 annual meeting. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
I think you already have a date set for the next budget meeting, so.
Yes, we do. Thank you. And since we're on that item, and I'll circle back to this when we get to committee and committee charters. Thank you. Number 4. Number 5, discussion, consideration, and possible action on enhancements to 290, US 290 corridor maintenance. And what's the rest of that?
Wait, so where did we land on discussion, on line item number 4?
Well, you said we already have a date for that.
So we moving it.
Okay.
Yeah, when I get to the discussion items, the reports, I'll have some, like our upcoming annual,
Okay.
we have some dates for our next budget review, and we have a committee formed to act on this.
Okay.
Okay, but it would have come out if I'd done the reports the other way. Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, discussion, consideration, possible action on enhancements to US 290 corridor maintenance. And this is yours, Director Doucette.
Yeah, and the rest of it is just including the purchase of new flags. This is when
Okay.
when I first came on, I was asking on the council who oversees the flags off 290 in the city because they were torn.
Right.
Other than that, I was informed that it's no longer the EDC's responsibility, it became the city's responsibility. So the city take care of that. And so again, this agenda item is old, so
Okay,
we can move forward from this agenda item.
okay.
Did they, for the sake of discussion, are they gonna replace the
Yeah,
flags?
so they've already replaced the flags. We have
Okay.
new flags outside already, but the city took care of it.
Okay.
Number 6, discussion, consideration, possible action on attending the Texas EDC annual meeting, October 7th through 9th in Houston, Texas. Director Preston, you have the floor.
Yeah, for the sake of time, just wanted to bring this up for consideration to the board. This is an organization that, like the Waller County EDC, we have a membership, and we should participate. It's very informative. The first time I was appointed to the board, there's an opportunity to learn more about how we as a board can advance the city from that economic standpoint. And so wanted to bring it to our attention that they do have an upcoming meeting. Fortunately, this meeting will be held in the city of Houston, October 7th through the 9th. And I am inclined to participate and encourage the board to participate.
Okay. And also, if you look at the screen, it's one of the line items under here for Director Training Matrix. So it is shown there. That's our mid-year conference. I went to one of the earlier ones that was in, what was that, Plano? Colin went to that one also. But yeah, these are good opportunities, and I've never been to, no, this is the mid-year conference, it's not the annual one, but yeah, I would highly recommend attending this one if your schedules are free. All right,
Just
there's
to
no,
act- oh, sorry, just to ask, you
now-
don't have to take any action, just the discussion.
yeah,
just-
I'll also offer that we have budget, although this will be in next year's budget, I expect that we will have budget line items for each director to go to training. And I believe it's about 3,000 per director.
Yeah, and just for the sake of clarity, like this hotel block and the tickets and registration, that payment will need to come out like September. I know this is a late notice, but
Oh, this could be next year.
say it again.
It can be next year. Oh, you mean like to reserve it?
No. So when does our new budget start?
October
1
1.
October.
Yeah, so what I'm
You're
saying
right,
is
yeah.
it would need to come out of this budget for the hotel, the registration, all of
Yeah.
the expenses associated with it.
And we're good in
Okay.
that regard.
All right,
Yeah,
sweet.
okay.
Dr. Brown, were you interested in going on this?
No,
You don't
but do we have an active membership with
No, I did. There is another line item just to make sure that we sign up
Yeah, we as
as active members.
individuals, and when we get to that line, I wanted to know if we'll talk about it when we get to that line. Okay,
oh, we don't have a membership to this?
we,
Would that be on the agenda to activate a membership?
We do. It's a
It's another
separate
line.
line item.
unless y'all want to discuss it now, which you can.
What number is it?
That is line item number
What, it's 15? All right.
15.
Yeah, 15.
All right, I move that we discuss item number 15 now instead of later.
Second.
Been probably moved and seconded that we discuss item number 15 right now under 6. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay. Director Press, you have the floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to, again, put this before us so that we would approve, if it was necessary, to renew our membership with them. I know currently, at this time, we have not renewed a membership, and we're not active members. But it's important that we are on an annual basis, as we have been in times past. Dr. Brown? Why are you
I
at the floor?
move that we go ahead and take action to renew our membership for TEDC.
Second?
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we renew our membership dues to the Texas Economic Development Council. Discussion? The one thing I'd like to mention on this is that I'm aware of individual memberships. I'm not aware of a membership for the Purview EDC itself as an entity. Also, when I saw this line item, I was thinking about the Texas Economic Development Corporation. And I thought maybe you were talking about that, but although that's a different thing, and but I'm not aware if there is a membership for that. But you weren't talking about that at all, right?
No.
Like the Aaron Demerson group. Okay. This is the council. Okay. All right. So it's been properly moved and seconded that we take action to pay membership dues for the Texas Economic Development Council. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. All right, item number 7. That's one for Director Johnson is no longer on the EDC. We can bypass that one. Number 8, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the purchase and distribution of phones and laptops for EDC board members. Dr. Brown.
This has been on the agenda several times and nothing has happened. It's not a good idea for us to use our personal devices for EDC business. So, and we're required to use it when we get emails or whatever. And so I just need to know what is the status. We approve that, but nothing has happened.
Okay,
That I know of.
I'll give you a status. We purchased 4 laptops, and I retrieved 1 laptop from that the police had, like today. So we just need a plan to distribute the plans. I mean, the laptops are for those that need it. I don't think you need one, right? Or do you? Okay, so we have laptops for everyone. I just need a plan to distribute it.
You said we had 5.
Yeah,
There are
we have-
7 members on the board, really 6 now, but
Well, Miss has 1. Then I got another 3 at the house. And then I have this one back here, and I think there might be one that Emory Davis had.
he still has it?
I don't know where it is, but it might be back here, but.
What about the phones?
So we went to Best Buy to look at the phones, but we just haven't been back to a place to get the phones.
Question. So for the process of doing that itself, is it just best to use like Blue Iron Technologies, the same firm or company that the city use? You order through Blue Iron, they return it, you get the phone, the device the next day. It makes more sense because I think the city of Prairie View already uses it. On council, I have my council phone and then a council iPad, and I think it makes it more easier for us to just make purchases from the same. It makes it more efficient. You have to worry about picking up. They deliver here.
Okay.
They troubleshoot and they fix all the problems. So I would like for us to look into using Blue Iron.
I think
for those
that's a good
resources.
idea. Would you be able to look into that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's for the phones. We already have the computers. So I think that's as easy as whenever someone can get with me to get their laptop.
Dr. Brown, are you wanting a laptop?
I need something.
Okay.
Okay.
A laptop and a
iPad,
phone, right?
Laptop, phone. I just don't like
Mr.
using my
Mr.
personal stuff
Roberts, what
for
about you?
EDC business.
I would prefer the same thing.
Okay, so you got 2, 4,
You want one?
no.
Okay, I want one. And he's already city. Okay. All right, we're good. Is that it? That's the update?
So provided that Director, is it Doucette?
Yeah.
Gets, that you stated that that's a rather quick process, right? So, Dr. Brown, if Mr. Roberts, I guess y'all need to get with Bruce. Bruce has it on his porch, at his house, to give to you, and so it's available.
Okay. All right.
Had to lighten the meeting up a little bit.
Dr. Brown, are you available? I don't want to necessarily make it personal, but I will be available I think Monday or maybe tomorrow to distribute those. Before our next meeting. But it really just let me know. In fact, I need to be calling everybody because when I get to my part of the reports. When we have these committees, we'll need to be having several meetings as relates to these committees, and so I'll be communicating with everyone on that. So there'll be another opportunity to
And
get
then,
these distributed.
and then also while we're on this topic, I would like for us to look into, looking into maybe policy, as well regarding technology. So when do members need to return it, after their term? Those things need to be discussed in writing too. So since we're moving forward with
Right.
we also need to establish policy around it too.
Right. And also, the police have a very good system of tracking, what is it, Asset Tiger that they use, and want all of our assets cataloged with the police. This one, the one that I retrieved is cataloged back there, and they showed me how to do that earlier today. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
How will we access the internet with these laptops and phones?
Well, that's something that
Bruce is
Miss
gonna
can
get
help
us,
us out
he's gonna
with
get us
that.
a hotspot, I promise you.
Miss can help us out with that, and Delise.
I just think that's why it's important for us to use Blue Iron because the service is already set to where I can't
Okay.
download any apps on the city phone. I can't do anything other than use Outlook or what I'm using for the city. And so it's already set by the administration of the city administration using Blue Iron technology. So if we use Blue Iron already has admin settings to where you can only use it for city business or EDC business. And so that's why I recommend us using Blue Iron compared to buying a phone from Best Buy.
Can you download Teams on that?
So it's already like all of those things are already installed on the phone when it's given to you by Blue Iron, and you're already on the City of Prairie View's network.
But I'm saying specifically, is Teams on there?
Yes,
Teams
ma'am.
is-
All the whole
yeah.
Office 365.
So
is on
let
there.
me comment on the laptops. The Teams is already on that. It's already on the laptops that we've purchased. And if we get Blue Iron to help with the maintenance of that, if that's possible, then that's something we could do also.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should overall look into just getting a contract with Blue Iron first, and then overall letting them take care of the entire technology itself,
Okay.
rather than us buying individual devices from other places because then it doesn't store back to one place. So I think we should maybe potentially put on the agenda item for the future to discuss getting into a contract with Blue Iron. So I'll look into like getting those written numbers and stuff like that. But I think it's better for us to just utilize them as a whole and start from square one with Blue Iron.
And I think, I want to go back to your question. I think you asked about how are you, like a hotspot pretty much, right? So does the city have hotspots?
I mean, the city, when you're in City Hall, we have the Wi-Fi, but I'm sure that once you get the iPhone or the phone from Blue Iron has hotspot, you connect.
For her
connect it to-
laptop?
Yeah, you
Is there
connect to the.
a mobile hotspot?
Yeah.
on the phone?
It's on the phone.
It's already, yeah, everything's there. So I use the mobile hotspot for like the laptop or the iPad.
Yeah, I don't use the mobile hotspot on my phone because of the capacity, but I use a separate hotspot. But if anybody's having issues with that, let me know and we'll see what we can do. Did you have another statement?
No, sir.
I was just gonna say, Director Doucette is tasked with working with the city to ensure that we get what we need to get.
Okay. And that closes that out. Okay, item number 9, discussion, consideration, possible action to retain special counsel to conduct a review of the proposal for Prairie A&M athletic sponsorship and draw up appropriate contract to proceed. Dr. Brown.
Okay, we need to get moving on this item. From what I understand, the city retained a special counsel as a proposal, and there were a lot of questions about that. And so we need to get, I was thinking Attorney Zach to look at it, and from the EDC's perspective, and let us know, actually draw up a contract for us.
Yeah, I know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Dr. Brown? Was that it? You want Zach to, because Zach has looked at what was already presented, but you want a specific EDC view of this.
He looked at it from the city's
Right.
perspective. And some of the things he pointed out were questioning what EDC would do. So I would like for his firm, since he's familiar with that proposal already, and he's familiar with the city, and he's familiar with our EDC, to look at it on our behalf.
How about,
Okay, now for that, we had our attorney, our current attorney look at it. You're talking to someone above and beyond that view. Is that what you're saying?
The only line that our attorney looked at, responded was there were no risks to EDC.
That's not
And that's not what, from what I read, that
Okay.
Attorney Zach questioned about the proposal.
right,
We need more in-depth.
right. That was not his latest bounce back on that. It was, basically that was like a proposal, but it wasn't a contract. And so now that we are looking at getting a contract, we're sort of working this issue in the committee meetings that we had yesterday and the one tomorrow. So are you proposing that we get another lawyer, another legal firm to look at the draft contract that the university is drafting or the city's drafting?
They drafted a contract?
Yeah, I think we talked about that in our last meeting.
I saw a proposal, but I didn't see a contract.
Well, that was a discussion that, out of our last meeting, that the mayor's gonna approach the university about our need for a contract, our need for, the square way to marketing issues, and then a third related thing out of that. So we don't have the contract now, but I expect that we will have one for our discussion
who?
tomorrow.
So can I add?
Who is the contract?
It would be between us and the university,
No,
right?
who's drawing the contract? Who's
I
competing?
asked, well, the Mayor Alexander was working that.
Can I ask some clarity? Or go ahead.
go ahead.
He was on the call. Well, why would like you to talk first, because you were on the call yesterday.
Yeah, but I think the call doesn't, I mean, I was discussing it yesterday. I don't think it refers to Dr. Brown's concern about not getting accurate feedback or more detailed feedback from our current attorney. And so overall, it looks like she wants more detailed feedback, and that's something I also was interested in seeing. And so if you can share the latest update from the attorney of his recommendations, I think that
Okay.
would help showcase
Okay.
what we're looking to kind of
Yeah,
accomplish.
because I got it, and I thought maybe I didn't share it, but it was similar in vein with what Zach had found as far as the need to have a contract and the need to bounce it back to council for the proper dollar amount, those types of things.
Yeah. For the sake of clarity, so everyone has context. The initial conversation involved the proposal, right, Dr. Brown? From that we received
From the university.
from the university.
Right.
Okay. The feedback from our attorney at that point was that this poses no risk. The issue is there at that moment there was no contract involved. Zach looked at it at the request of the mayor to give feedback. His feedback was the same. This is just a proposal. We need an actual contract that we can look at and determine the agreement. So since that point, I believe, and Bruce, you have to correct me, is that now we've approached, I think the mayor has approached
Zach.
the city, the university for a contract. And then we haven't received that contract yet. So at that moment, are you requesting, or at this time, are you requesting that? See, the proposal is not the contract. It's just a proposal, right? And Zach's feedback was based on the proposal. He says, hey, y'all need a contract. There's some questionable things I see in the proposal that we could change, but we need the actual contract. Our attorney at this time has only reviewed the proposal. Zach's firm has only reviewed the proposal. Now we've gone back to ask for a contract, and upon receipt of that contract, it needs to be reviewed again because those are the contractual terms.
Now, what I'm saying is this, when we gave the proposal to our attorney, he came back with one line.
Correct.
On behalf of the city, not EDC, on behalf of the city, their special counsel looked at it and came up with a lot of points that needed to be addressed. So I'm asking that special counsel look at it from EDC perspective. There's a difference between the city's perspective and the EDC perspective. I'm asking that the special counsel look at it from the EDC perspective so that we'll know, we're gonna propose to them a contract. Now, they may change it up and make it to their liking, but since they didn't include a contract, that left it open for us to create a contract for them.
To a degree, I understand that. I believe that the contract is subsequent to us agreeing to a degree to the proposal. We understand, hey, this is what's being cooked for dinner, right? So my recommendation in consideration of your input is, hey, if the university is going to provide a contract, let's allow our attorney to review the actual contractual terms. And if it deems fitting, we can also include and hire Zach as a special counsel to also provide feedback. Would that be accurate,
Well,
Bruce?
I'm thinking, Dr. Brown, in light of the committee meeting that we had yesterday, and in that committee meeting that the mayor is going to work with the university on developing a contract, is this still the action that we want to pursue for an EDC special counsel to look at the contract once it comes back to us? That's what you're saying, right?
President Davis, the mayor represents the city, okay? So he's looking at it from the city's point of view. What I'm saying is we need to hire a legal counsel, special counsel, to look at it from EDC's point of view. There were several questions that there were some questions in there that Zach asked specifically about the EDC.
Right.
Those are two separate entities. The city is not going into a contract with Prairie View. They're not.
Okay, so I think
Going into a contract with Prairie View.
Okay.
based on that, I think I have a motion that will satisfy your request. Oh, I think,
Well, I mean, I'll wait for your motion, then
Yeah.
we'll discuss it.
Yeah,
further.
go ahead.
all right. My line item went away. I need to borrow it. All right. Number 9? Okay. I move that we retain special counsel to conduct a review of the proposed contract for the PV AMU athletic sponsorship. That's my motion.
I'll second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we retain a special counsel for the PVAMU athletic sponsorship contract.
We don't have a
Discussion.
He said proposed contract. We don't have a proposed contract.
Right.
But that's the point.
But-
But we will, once we have it.
He's talking about, Mr. Calvin is talking about 2 or 3 months it takes the university to come up to draw a contract. We need something more expedient.
But so you have to
We-
consider, if it takes them 3 months, we're not gonna have a discussion unless they
Okay.
are ready before the 3 months.
Okay, and
You see what I mean?
if they want,
Because they still have to sign the contract.
But it puts us, if we create the contract, it kind of puts us in the driver's seat. If they create the contract, then we're responding to what they,
oh, okay,
please don't cut me off when I'm
I've,
talking.
okay, you
Please.
have the floor. You have the floor.
What I'm saying is, if they create the contract, it puts them in the driver's seat. We're responding to them. When we create the contract or a draft of the contract, it gives us more leeway and more power.
I understand your perspective. May I add? If we create a contract, we're still gonna have to, let's say we elect to create a contract, we're still gonna have to have a discussion with them and have agreeable terms. So if we present a contract that they are not in agreement with, there's still gonna have to be, there's gonna be time involved. So whether we create it or they create it, if it takes them 3 months to give us a contract, it's gonna take a minimum of 3 months. Now, we can say, hey, look, we wanna get this deal done, we need a contract, can you give us a contract much sooner? But we are at, it's their product, right? We can cut the check today, it doesn't mean we have a contract tomorrow if it's gonna take them 3 months.
You hearing what I'm saying?
I am.
Maybe I'm not making myself clear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's gonna take the same amount of time of negotiating back and forth regardless of who creates the contract.
Agreed.
But it gives us more leverage and it puts us in the driver's seat when we give them the contract.
Okay, I want to,
Could you just
Go
let her
ahead.
finish, please?
yes, I thought you finished.
No, she's not.
Now,
Oh,
that's
go ahead.
okay. This is a pattern, but that's okay.
Okay. I thought you had finished. Who has the floor now? Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
No, I'm through.
Okay.
I was gonna wait till she was finished.
Mr. Roberts, you have the floor.
Right now, what, there's an old adage that says you're putting the horse before the cart, or the cart before the horse. They gave us a proposal.
Right.
We voted on the proposal to take action. That should have been then been resorted to a contract. We took the proposal and allowed the attorney to review it. The attorney says, I don't see no problem. Then you give it to another attorney, which is the city's attorney, and he says, you need a contract.
Full of problems.
So right now, we're going back and forth. Whoever develops a bloody contract, somebody's gonna have to negotiate it.
Correct.
Based on the proposal that was given and what we voted on. This agenda item is saying that we need to retain special counsel to conduct a review of the proposal and then draw up the appropriate contract to proceed. So the special counsel that is being proposed, are you saying that the attorney that we have retained for us is no longer representing us? We're gonna get another attorney to draw up the contract? Is that what this is saying?
Ask.
This is my item, so what I'm saying is, when I talked with the mayor, he shared with us the feedback he got from their special counsel. The city attorney didn't have any input. The city hired a special counsel,
Okay.
and it was full of questions about different things that our attorney, Jackson, didn't point out to us. So I don't have a lot of confidence in him. I have confidence in the attorney, the special counsel that the city hired. He looked at it from the city's perspective. And what I'm saying is, let's get him to look at it from EDC's perspective to see if we are getting messed over.
But then let me ask the question, then what is the city's engagement in this if we are ones doing the?
That's a great question. So the city's logo, name,
Okay.
their assets are involved, so it requires their input because it's their product. We're just the bank saying, hey, we're gonna promote the city of Prairie View. So it involves terms that attaches them to the agreement. Now, that's what I read based on that email. So,
So, but the special counsel that she's.
Yeah, I agree. So, we already have a motion for this, and this is discussion for that motion. And my thoughts are that we need a contract written, and I'm fine with the mayor getting a contract or getting the message to the university that we need a contract. Once that once the contract comes back, then I agree with the motion that Director Preston put on the floor, that we need that reviewed. In that review, that's when this special counsel can come to bear. The special counsel then looks at our view of what's needed, and then put special clauses in there and take clauses out that pertain to what our world is. Dr. Brown, you have the floor.
And I'm thinking that it's best to, if they're gonna do the contract, or if we're gonna do the contract, it's best to include comments or input from our legal before, so that when they draw up the contract or we draw up the contract, it'll have that in there already.
I got you. I got you. I got it. Can I withdraw my motion?
Withdraw your motion.
The motion is withdrawn.
Okay. I'll make another motion. Oh, you need a second to
Well,
withdraw?
He withdrew the
Couldn't,
second.
it was Dr. Brown's item. Can't she make the motion and leave it as is?
Motion if you want to.
Okay, let me borrow your paper. Bruce.
Okay.
For item number 9. I move that we retain special counsel to conduct a review of the proposal for the PVAMU. Oh, I move the said motion, the said item.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that we retain, there we go, just, so I know which one I'm on.
Item 9.
That we retain possible action, that we retain special counsel to conduct a review of the proposal for Prairie A&M athletic sponsorship and draw up appropriate contract to proceed.
Call for the vote.
Who seconded that? Okay, it was seconded, properly moved and seconded. All in favor?
Dr. Brown.
Dr.
second,
Brown
I'm sorry.
seconded, okay. It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries.
You said, make sure you record that Dr. Brown did say aye. She didn't abstain on
I
this one.
have the mic on now.
Okay, I just didn't hear you.
Number 11, discuss consideration possible action of,
10.
for all. Number 10, discuss consideration possible action to set a date and time to outline an action plan for fiscal year 2027 according to the specific criteria from EDC bylaws.
Okay, those of you who've read the bylaws know that it's our obligation to come up with an action plan every year, and we're supposed to go before city council and present our progress on this action plan, I think quarterly or twice a year. And so we need to set a date that we can come up with at least 3 or 4 actions that we want to take in the upcoming year, so that we can put that, when we do our budget, we can budget for those items. Say, for example, we want to do hire an executive director. That could be part of the action plan. Or we want to participate in this athletic sponsorship for next year. We need to just come up, we can go back and modify it and edit it as the year goes by, but we need to come up with at least 3 or 4 actions that we plan to take in order to fulfill what our bylaws say. And it's, Bruce, I sent you a copy of those. I texted you a copy of what the bylaws say about the action plan.
Yeah, that's.
There are 4 or 5 different points that
Other
action
handouts.
plan spells out. Thank you. Okay, those pages specify what should be on that plan. And like I said, we don't have to do a whole comprehensive plan. We just need to let them know 3 or 4 things that we plan to do in the upcoming year. So we need to set a date for that.
Will this be other than like separate from a city council meeting report when President Davis give his reports? It's completely separate?
However,
okay.
he wants to do that, that's fine.
Okay.
But I think it says twice a year. I can't read this little bitty stuff.
Okay, no, yeah, I got you. So do you think it's best for us to just, well, at least make sure that in his reports that he gives to the council that we include those 3 goals?
We need
what it
to
may
tell
be?
them what our
Yes.
plan is, And then as we give a report, we go, this was part of our plan that we accomplished, or we're working on, or whatever, but go back and relate that to the plan.
Got you. But you just want to establish the
A
date.
date, we
the
need to
date.
establish a date.
Okay. So it needs to be on the second or fourth Monday. We'll establish one of those council meetings where Bruce will, where President Davis will include those 3 items, action items in your report.
But we
to the
need
council.
to, as a board, we need to come together and decide,
That's why we need to establish
Okay.
a date for us to come together.
yeah.
Right.
So can we,
So we have, when I get to the reports and the committees, we have some committees that are set up to do this. This is one of the committee actions.
Yes.
can we set the date and have this discussion at our next meeting and be prepared to discuss?
Yeah, he was saying it's a committee thing, but see, we're at the end of the year, and this is supposed to be done before actually the budget, because when we do our budget, we include, items from our plan in the budget.
Okay,
So we're kind of behind.
okay.
I'm thinking that we utilize the committee to create the plan, the 3
Yes.
ideas, and then we report out to the council at the September 14th meeting. Okay.
And if it's just, like I say, 3 or 4 things, like we're gonna get a building.
So
Oh, well, Bruce has that.
Yeah, so,
So
yeah.
basically, we could just rely on
Well,
what,
But I think that we need to have some concrete recommendations to this group coming out of the committee assignment. Once we come together with what we're gonna do, then we come back to this group, then we go to City Hall. I mean, go to City
correct.
Council. We can't, I don't think we need to be throwing stuff at him
Well, no,
without us synthesizing it before it goes there.
would it be the committee, right? So who's working on which
But
committee
he
is it,
said
Bruce?
he was gonna defer it to his committee report.
Yeah,
so-
All right.
which committee is it, Bruce?
So
President
we
Davis.
look at this budget, finance, and budget, finance, and audit committee. And when you look at,
So in this committee, it'll be you, Dr. Brown,
Dr.
President
Brown,
Davis,
me, and
the first
the
one.
very
So
first one.
you'll be part of this committee already to discuss those items of what's important
it's-
to
and
bring to
it's-
council. And
yeah, and me and you.
So
On, a plan.
So can the committee, the 3 members of the
Like,
committee, can y'all set a,
okay,
work on
so
setting
we
a
have
time?
a committee formed, Dr. Brown, you, and Director Preston here next to me. We'll figure out when we can huddle and
But it
determine
needs
that.
to be before we have the budget workshop.
Yes.
Yes,
Because when we have the
I
budget
understand.
workshop, that money for the plan has to be, in the budget.
yeah, understand. Okay,
So you all need to come together. as a
So
committee.
yeah, can
That's
the committee
committee work.
decide on their date? Can the
Okay.
committee- Okay.
number 11,
Dr. Brown's gonna cook dinner so we can all meet. All right, go ahead, President.
number 11, discuss consideration, possible action, all board members review and submit bylaw recommendations. Dr. Brown,
What does this say? Wait, hold on just a minute. That's number 10?
number 11.
Number 11?
That's Dr. Brown, Mr. Roberts, and I don't know who else you have on the committee. It's 3 of us.
The bylaws,
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times when you, get new board members, part of the onboarding should be, going over the bylaws to make sure they understand what's expected of this, because sometimes people think, well, I'm just on a committee, and they mistake us for a committee. We're actually a corporate board of directors. And so we need to make sure that everybody that comes on, especially new people, they know they've had a review of the bylaws. There's certain, in the bylaws, you have, laws about attendance. And there are other things, but if we don't, we need to be responsible for letting the new board members know. And maybe have a bylaws workshop once or twice a year to make sure that we are operating according to the bylaws, that everybody understands what the bylaws are. Because we are held responsible for doing what the bylaws say. And if we don't know what they say, then we are acting out of order. So what I'm asking about for number 11 is maybe have a bylaws workshop. I know we have a bylaws committee, but I'm not talking about a committee. I'm talking about everybody on the board getting training, a part of an onboarding. And the bylaws have changed since I was on the board last time. And Brother Robert, since you were on the board last time, the bylaws have changed. I actually was looking through there, and there's a lot of stuff that's not there, that used to be there.
Yes, ma'am. I agree, Dr. Brown. We all need to be informed about the bylaws. Maybe we can talk to, I know Zach, when he once was our counsel, he did a workshop. So maybe, Bruce, in the future, we can talk about having a workshop to review the bylaws.
Yeah, I'd recommend we do that. We, first thing is for our bylaws, our A thing, doesn't have to be the first thing, is that our bylaws committee look at our bylaws, bring them current with major things that we maybe see need to be updated. We can have a ZEC level person look at it, and they'll make sure it's consistent with, Texas law or the latest revelations. Any motion on this?
I don't think there's a motion's needed. I think that the agenda item is not what's being discussed. Because the agenda item is saying that we need to come together where the members review the bylaws and review and submit bylaw recommendations. So what needs to happen is that we
Okay.
need to have a formal meeting among the committee, receiving information from the membership, then we draft and have the attorney review, and then we go into that onboarding thing after we've gone through the approval of this. Because we have 2 items that have been tabled that no action will be taken until we complete the review of the bylaws
So,
to accommodate the change. So I need to figure out, I need to know who else is on there so that we can come together as a group. Because I think myself and Dr. Brown,
and Doucette, and
okay,
yeah,
so we
it's
need
3
to
of
come
y'all.
together as a group, find a convenient time for us. Each one of us take a look at it, and then we have a meeting, and we elicit information from the membership
Okay.
to make recommendations for the changes.
When I look at this, I
That's what
thought,
this is saying. This is
yeah.
not saying what you're discussing.
well, yeah, I saw this, and when I read all board members that we just simply look at the bylaws and give y'all our feedback,
Yes,
highlights, underlines, all that stuff.
yes.
Do you have a preferred way and or a date for us to do that?
But that's what I'm saying we need to have. The
Okay.
3 of us need to get together and find a date that's convenient for us to.
Okay.
And then we send information to the membership.
Okay.
But as a committee, we have a responsibility to see where the inefficiencies are or where the contradictions are, where
Okay.
the changes need to be made. But we're inviting you to give us items, and then as a group, once we
Okay.
synthesize it, then we give it to the attorney to make sure that we're following the law.
Dr.
And that's
Brown?
what we have to decide.
And I'm thinking that the attorney should take the lead in this, because I don't know all the state statutes that govern bylaws for EDC 4Bs. And we can get together and put our heads together, but I think it's best to start off with the attorney, because he or she would know what state statutes govern how the bylaws are made for an EDC. I'm not a professional in that area.
Well,
The last set of bylaws that we had when I was on the board was actually done by the attorney.
yes.
I don't know why that got changed, but, like
Yeah.
I said, I don't know all, and I'm not interested in going to law school
Well,
to understand that.
I know, I looked at how a couple other cities have done this, and the reason you go to these conferences and you find out like the latest things that are going on and see what pertains to your city, and then you have a recommendation on what should be included. the lawyer also sees things and they put things in there. Locally, there might be something that you want to emphasize that it's not universal, so you put that in there. Things like, the pandemic caused people to want to be more inclusive about allowing people to, participate remotely, things like that, or anyway, so any motion on this, or you just want to,
Yeah, I just think that the committee should we should communicate, come up
Okay.
with a date, just like the previous agenda item.
okay. Okay, item number 12, we're going to bypass that one. Item number 13, discussion, consideration, and possible action to take action to lease an 8-passenger vehicle designated for EDC use. Dr. Brown.
We talked about this at the retreat. Colin was on the board at that time, and he was familiar with a company that leased passenger departments. And I'm not sure where that is, but it would be good to have a vehicle specifically for EDC, so that when we get ready to go to conferences or whatever, say for example, this play in Houston, mode of transportation available. The city has a car, and I guess we can borrow the city's car, but it's in hot demand right now. But the rates that Colin was talking about, I think he said it was like $25,000. Does anyone remember that conversation?
It was 25,000, he said.
$5,000 a year. But we can get with Chief White to find out if we want to pursue this. We can get with Chief White to get that information, because I think he said it was a police department. Didn't he say the police
The
department?
police department is working with the company.
So I wanted to bring this before, like I said, this is something we discussed at the retreat, but we didn't take any action on it. So I was bringing it forth for us to take action on looking into that.
Is there a motion?
Or do you all want to wait until we get the packet of the details for the vehicle and the things of that nature, to take action on a lease? Like, have a draft of everything.
We, see, he was supposed to do the presentation on the options.
Yeah.
Number 12, and then we were gonna vote on that. So
Just like
we need,
table it until we get the information, or
probably ask chief or lieutenant for that information. So on the next agenda, we can have that presentation from them, and then we can vote on it.
And also, because of the time of the year that we are in, this is an item that we just need information on if we are to put it in our 2027 budget. Okay, so
Mr. President, I move that we table items 12 and 13
okay,
pending.
it's been properly moved and seconded that we table items number 12 and 13. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion carries. Item number 14, discuss consideration possible action to join City of Prairie View Chamber of Commerce at $500 membership. Dr. Brown.
That is another item that came up during the retreat that we had. We had a presentation from the Chamber of Commerce, and when I was on the board, we had a membership, and we also paid for a membership for a city. And like they said, they had kind of shut down after COVID, and they're getting started back up. But I think it's a good idea for us to go ahead and approve our membership. I mean, if the city wants to be a member, they can come and put that on the agenda for a future item. But right now, it's important that our own.
Yes, ma'am. I move that we support the City of Prairie View Chamber of Commerce in the amount of a $500 membership.
Okay.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we join the City of Prairie View Chamber of Commerce at Chamber of Commerce $500 membership. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Yeah, we sure are. Okay, number 17. The update on CV resume distribution of applicants to the executive director position. Dr. Brown.
To date, I haven't gotten those. They were sent to an EDC email address that I don't
Okay.
have access to for some reason. But is it possible that at our next meeting, we can each get hard copies of that?
Now, Dr.
It-
Brown,
Oh,
It,
sorry.
well, let me weigh in. This will be long before our next meeting because we're stepping out on, it's part of my reports and something that the secretary and I are doing as far as our roles, getting the contract for this company that's going to review the resume. So we'll need to have them to you long before that. And yeah, so
I think overall, what we're probably trying to say is that we already approved to go with the firm to conduct the search, and so we should be really requesting a presentation from them about the
No,
details.
no,
of people we
I'd
got,
like
or
to see the resumes before the firm. The firm has nothing to do with that. I would like to see the resumes of the people that are applying for our board position, executive position.
and I agree with that. I thought you gained access when we talked at the retreat. So you still don't have access to your email?
No, I can't access.
Okay, so I'm gonna help you so you have it by Friday.
But even if you do, I can't print them out.
How come?
How
I'm gonna
and
help
where I'm
you.
gonna print them
I
out?
help you. I got you
Oh,
back.
can you print them
I
out?
will help you. I will make sure that you get
Thank
it.
you.
oh,
Because it's in the email.
those been sent to our email, our EDC emails.
Yes.
I'll check that one. Okay.
Got you, Dr.
okay.
Brown.
Update and selection of number 18. Update and selection of photographer and their rate for future events. Dr. Brown.
That's the one I really, for the retreat, we had a photographer, and I thought she did a very good job of covering everything and, being invisible, not interfering with any of what we were doing. And so I was thinking that it would be a good idea to go ahead and retain her, but that's my recommendation.
Yes, ma'am. I'll support that, provided that you don't decline to take any more pictures with the team. I'm ready to.
Come
I'm
on,
ready
we need
to.
this need to be a no needle zone. No needle
Is that
zone.
an agreement,
I
Dr.
think
Brown?
that is a fair deal, Dr. Brown.
That's okay.
The deal now?
If we're gonna hire the photographer, you have to, get in the pictures and photos.
If you need more time to think about it, we can table this.
Can I do my outfit of the day?
All right. All right. Let's. All right. But on this issue, Dr. Brown, there was another photographer that you wanted to get in the mix because we wanted to simply qualify photographers that are available for our needs, and I think we established that's this one that we identified as available, and there's another one, and I think Director Doucette, there's somebody that maybe we can get into this mix also,
Yeah,
right?
I think we talk about, I know, ourselves, a lot of us up here, especially, with Dr. Brown, we talk about spending our money locally, and so just to know that there are people in the community, in the city that offer the same services. So just putting together a list of, different people that we can pick and choose from.
Okay. Number 19, discussion consideration and possible action regarding logo design and our selection.
Now, Miss was supposed to be giving us an update on that, on the logo design.
Oh, let me, because now we have another committee formed that has a charter, and the committee is called Marketing. Director Doucette indicated interest in leading this effort because of his background, and so I've asked him to to lead a committee that will not just look at and develop our logos, but also our overall marketing. So we're looking at slogans, logos, the light pole banners, the pens, pencils, printed materials, all that, all of these things. Does that satisfy what you're talking about?
We were talking about a specific logo. On the shirts that we had 3
Mm-hmm.
years, we had designed a logo.
Like a large
I don't know where
4.
those,
It's like a large 4 to B.
B, large 4 and the B on black
I don't
shirts.
know where those shirts are.
I don't know either. I was supposed to get a shirt a long
Might
time ago, and I
be-
still haven't got it.
That
so I
might
don't-
be in storage.
I don't know.
I still have mine.
How
from-
can we check to see where they are?
Mr.
This-
Davis
spent a
I
lot
think
of money
this- I
on
think
those.
the storage committee. I think
Oh, yeah, it's another committee. That's,
the
because facilities and storage.
facilities and storage committee can go check our inventory. I think it's important. It's myself, Preston, and Mr. Davis. I think it's important for us to
Yeah,
take
y'all really need
inventory,
to go do a physical
take inventory
check.
about what we.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know we ordered those shirts, we had a logo design, one of the
Right.
students from Prairie View did a logo, designed a logo, we paid them for it. And they cost a lot of money, relatively speaking.
Mhm.
And we need to know where, because we already, I mean, if we want to continue to use that logo, we paid for it.
Mhm.
So,
Uh,
for the sake of clarity, are we looking to change our logo? Is that what we're doing?
I think the idea. I think it's the overall because I mean that's what I think we discussed. Overall, what's the direction that we're going to move into? So my plan is to start conversations about just the overall branding of the EDC, but I will be able to present that at a better time when I have details. Other than I
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah, there was
to like kind of discuss branding.
initial discussion I had sometime with the mayor was to let's use the city's logo significantly more. That we're trying to elevate the city. So significant integration, and then like maybe in a year or two, we either hire a firm or we use our expertise and get the splashier, flashier, appropriate logo for EDC. That's what I was thinking. Dr. Brown?
But what's the problem with the logo we have? It's not splashy enough? I mean, what?
Bruce said he wants to update it. We need to do like a.
Hold on, I'm right here.
What is
Right
the
here.
reason? If
Oh,
we
go ahead.
already have a logo that we paid money
Yeah.
for someone to design, and we have.
So,
we use
Dr.
them,
Brown,
what's-
Dr. Brown, I'm sorry.
You, oh,
You're talking
President
to
Bruce.
me.
but
Aren't
President
you?
Bruce, you continuously cut me off, and that is so rude.
You are not, okay, it's rude. I agree. Thank you. Please proceed.
My question was, what is the purpose of reinventing the wheel? If we already have a logo, we've paid to have that logo designed, we've had it on shirts and other materials, why do we want to change?
Okay, so I can describe my reasoning for that. It's when I went to the most recent conference and EDC conference, and I saw other cities that were using, their city's logo significantly in their EDC material. And at a moment when we're trying to elevate the city and improve our direction and have more jointness, I thought it'd be a good thing if we indicated the city of Prairie View, it indicated that we are economic development within that. We never really had, we had a logo that misdesigned, and then we had a logo before that, but we didn't necessarily have logos they were using. The shirt that I got, there was an old shirt, it had the city of Prairie View, and it had economic development 4B written on it. And I thought, well, that was a good idea. I'm not sure if maybe that was 4 years ago. I tend to like that one. And I thought since we are trying to show a unified front, and we're also trying to show elevate the city of Prairie View, I thought that'd be a good thing. Now, maybe not everybody agrees with that. So I'm not strongly behind that. I just was a thought that I had.
Well, once
Go ahead.
again, I remember Mayor Leverett, this was before he became mayor. He came before the EDC board, and he proposed that we work along with the university students. I think they went marketing or something. Do you remember that? And pay them to create a. Hmm?
I forgot what we paid for it, but.
I think it was like $4,500.
I was shocked when I found out.
Yeah, well, it was for the student, the students in that they came up with a marketing team specifically for us. And they came up with several designs, and they did a presentation to us, showing us the different designs that they had come up with, and we voted on one. We selected one, and that was supposed to be our official logo.
Dr. Brown, you wouldn't happen to have a file, that logo file, do you? Because I think that's
It's in those,
probably.
all of that stuff was in that office we had, and
Okay.
it's in those boxes.
Okay, Bruce, can we give Dr. Brown a key so she can help us
I'm
find
not going
those?
in there.
Oh, okay. I just thought
It might be raccoons and snakes and
Okay.
everything.
No, I think the three of us will figure out what day to go over there.
Okay.
I just make everybody aware, I think I mentioned it at the retreat, that the locks have been changed on our storage that's in Waller. And I got eyes on, I got some pictures of generally the boxes in the filing cabinet. So I saw it in there. Now, I didn't have an inventory, but I didn't go through each thing, but I saw things neatly stored in a 10 by 15 climate-controlled storage unit. Dr. Brown. Mm-hmm. Right.
And then write down, take an Excel sheet, write down every product we have in there, count the sizes, write down every serial number and all of that. So I think we're gonna do a full inventory sweep.
Can you be our videographer while we go? Can you hold the camera? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, we've, before the last boards have asked about having the two-person integrity on inventorying items. So I agree with that.
I do want to point out we
Okay.
did go out the scope of the agenda item too with the discussion.
Say again?
The scope of the agenda item.
I'm sorry. Say
We
again?
went out of the scope of the agenda item, which was about the logo and design. And I got you. I like that too, Dr. Brown. And I can already tell you that the EDC has already, it looks by the looks of it, at least since joining the board, have already moved forward and started using the whole entire new brand. I mean, the EDC logo that's on the website, I think that's probably the most current, up-to-date one, but that's not the one that was approved. Yeah, so the EDC has already moved forward from that brand. I mean, I'm not sure when the website was established.
Right.
Even the,
I know when that was done, it was when, with the last EDC board, we didn't necessarily vote on it, or did we?
No, we didn't.
just created it. I mean, this is when Jonathan and I were on that board. And Miss created that one. So, and it was, AI generated, and were you on the board when that was created?
But
Yeah, I was on the board when we elected to do the
This one.
website. I think we needed a
You're talking about
placeholder.
This,
Yeah, to put.
yeah, no, so it was, yeah, we created, but we never really voted on it. Apparently, there's a process to vote on it, say, hey, this looks good, use it. But, Dr. Brown?
Okay. The one
paid some money for it. It was, oh, I second it for discussion.
Okay, Dr. Brown, please restate the motion.
To review, yeah, the motion,
It's been
I
seconded
move.
already.
Oh, it's been seconded?
Yeah, he
It's to
seconded. I just want you to restate it because it was
Brother Roberts, can you help me out?
little.
I wrote it down.
The
I wrote it-
secretary.
Yeah, I wrote,
Yeah,
I wrote it
secretary.
down. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So it's
Please
to review,
restate.
it's to review the old previous minutes of the previous past, let me rewrite it. To review old minutes from previous logo approval and move forward, not move forward. Hold
Not the
on.
minutes,
Not the
but the
minutes.
But the minutes
actual
will show, the
logo.
minutes will reflect like
Yeah,
the
the
logo
minutes would
itself.
reflect them, but
But
So-
I have no idea the year and month that that was done in. So it would be when you all go to the store.
well, I was about to say that having to review the minutes is sort of would be moot because I have the bloody shirt. So that means it was
Well, then
approved.
just bring it, yeah.
Yeah, it means it was approved.
Yeah, it was the
Paid for
actual
it.
logo,
Yes,
the-
the
not
actual
necessarily the
logo.
minutes.
So she wants to review the approved
Approved logo,
logo.
previous logo.
Previous logo.
The logo that's on the shirt he has, we'll look at that and then we'll decide whether or not we want to make any changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also, I know we had talked about Miss doing it, but it might be a good idea to go back to the university, to that department. I think, was it the marketing
That's the,
department?
that's the plan for my committee, Dr.
It's the
Brown.
marketing
Is to
marketing
find the vendor that's located in the city that can help us develop an actual brand and present us a brand that we can go forward
Yeah,
from.
if we decide to change it, then let's,
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal of the committee is to use a in-city firm to,
I think that's
Regarding-
so important.
yes, ma'am. So the motion is to review, approve logo, and discuss and take possible action on rebranding.
No, not
No, it's-
rebranding, we're gonna decide.
I think I got it. The motion is to review the approved current logo
Okay,
and
discuss and take possible action.
and to see if we are going to look at alternatives
Yeah, we'll decide
Yeah.
whether or not we wanna keep that one, or
or
we
look
wanna
at some
add the word rebrand.
options, rebrand.
As long as we don't use
Okay,
all the.
and I think
So
you
my-
already
so my-
seconded.
so what I
You already
said,
seconded, right?
so we need to, can we withdraw that motion and remake a motion that is clear to be written as an action item? So can you withdraw that motion so we can restate the motion in a clear sentence that can be taken as action item? And I'll make the motion because I written it.
Go ahead.
down, okay. The motion is to review, I move to review, approve logo, and discuss and take possible action on rebranding EDC, including a new logo. Yeah, I think that's part of the discussion. The discussion we will be discussing if we want to move forward. No, ma'am. To review, approve logo, and discuss and take possible action on rebranding, including a new logo. On whether or not we want to keep it. Keep what? Well, I'm trying.
I'm just, I'm thinking it may be more simple just to table this item.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we table it.
Yeah, so
I-
we still has to, it still has to come back as an agenda item for it to be approved. So
Yeah.
if it's approved, we move on. If it's not
Okay.
approved, we keep our existing
So
logo.
I would like, so if this makes you
I
feel better.
think we
I was
table
gonna
it.
say, if this makes
I'm
you
in
feel
favor of
better,
table it.
I would agree to table it, but trust me to be able to bring back detailed information regarding what's owed and everything else from there. Like the current logo, the current approved logo. So allow the committee, allow the branding committee to
yeah,
report back
marketing.
to the board for future agenda item. Yeah, it's the big 4B. Yeah, it's the.
Well,
Well,
I-
it doesn't matter how the motion is made, it's when you vote. You either
Yeah.
vote it up or you vote it down.
I think we also
I have
have
another
a
motion.
marketing committee that
The committee
he
will take a look at
leads
it.
that will look at this, and then they present the options to us.
Yes.
Director Preston.
I mean, what's the simplest way to move beyond this item? Is it tabling it?
Yes, and allow the committee to report back.
Okay.
I table it.
No, because.
Well, make your
no.
motion. Let's do this. I think the proper procedure would be, let her make a motion. It passed, it passed. If it failed, it failed. If it fails, we come back with another motion.
Well, the motion was on the floor. He was just giving us clarity of the motion. He withdrew the motion, and now he's presenting a new motion.
But she said he needed to edit the motion.
But he wants to amend what he's saying.
Okay, do you
Well,
want to do that?
I think
So,
Dr. Brown, I think you're on the right track. Dr. Brown, please make a motion. We'll attentively listen, and then we'll see where it goes after that.
Mr. President, with all due respect, he was making the motion and he was making the motion, I guess, on my behalf, and I was telling him the wording to put in, right?
Yeah, so your motion,
why?
the first motion you originally made, you made it, it was second, and it was withdrawn.
yes.
Okay.
You made a motion.
It was,
he was
and it was,
just
and it was,
reading.
To make a motion.
No, he
yes,
was
and
reading.
it's, yeah, I was attempting to make a motion, and it was no motion. So right now, there's currently is no motion. So whoever would like to make a motion, if someone written it down already.
Yeah, so, I
Okay.
mean,
Are you gonna make the motion?
But,
You
Mr.
want-
Chair, he said he could make the motion, and if you make it,
He
I'll
said,
second.
he said,
No, I'll make the motion.
Okay, yeah, because it's your
My
item, and I would like to have it in your language.
Okay, so the motion for number 19 is, regarding the logo, is to, for the board to examine the current logo that Mr. Roberts gonna have on his shirt when he brings a shirt, and then we'll make a determination on whether or not we wanna keep that or go with something new. Is that?
That's fine.
Okay.
it's been properly moved and seconded that we review the current logo that is on the shirt that Director Roberts has and see if we want to go with that or something else. It's been properly, that was properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Opposed? Nay. The motion
Pass.
does not pass.
Yes, it does.
There was two. Did you say aye?
Silence is a yes.
It's silent.
But yes.
Oh, silence.
It
is
was-
a yes.
Okay,
No,
so that's,
silence is not a yes, but
It is.
it's,
not according to Robert.
So,
and
Silence
Mr.
is a
Roberts.
yes.
It's 3-2, 3-1 and 1.
so you have a
No.
yes? You had a yes?
Okay,
Yes, yes.
the
Okay,
motion
passes.
carries 3-2. Okay,
Thank you, Dr. Brown.
all right, let's circle back to reports.
Oh, Lord, we gotta do that. I forgot about that.
Okay,
That's another hour.
we need to take a break for bio. I thought you needed your restroom. Oh, you still have a quorum. You can go ahead. Yeah, okay. All right, so first thing, director training. All right, so I won't go over this because we already talked about the annual training from in October. However, there was, I was hoping, and I didn't catch it myself, but when Helen Collier, was briefing, she said there's this other EDC training. Did anybody capture that? Because I actually meant to put that up here. It's like another economic development director type of qualification. May have to look for that, so I'll add that to the list. Didn't capture that in time. The next thing was, Miss has asked for our biographies and LinkedIn. Actually, not just Miss. We need our biographies to update our website. So if each director would appreciate you creating one, two or three lines on yourself that is appropriate for our website. You can look what is there now, but we need to beef that up. And so we would appreciate that. And then LinkedIn. You know, if you are ready to update your LinkedIn with us and what we do, we'd appreciate that being done. That's a good way to get our message out to a number of audiences. The first thing on there is a director survey. So we had Mr. Plumley come out and visit us. He gave us these 10 or 11 traits. So what we've done is that we've taken those traits and developed a survey for those of us that were there, those of us that were not there. We added a few more questions. So what we want to do is gauge where we are right now, and we want to use this survey. I made it generic so that the survey can be applied towards the EDC and also be used for the committees. It's just a short survey, and it'll help with feedback on how we are doing, as leaders, how we're producing, how well we're doing. So that's just something that's being developed, and as soon as that's ready, I'll send it out to directors. Dr. Brown. So it's to carry on with Mr. Plumley. Remember he came out and visited us, and we did those 10 traits? Yes. So the survey is basically a takeoff on that. It's significantly related, and that survey is just how are we doing in these areas? Remember those? It's a EDC assessment, and made it generic where we can also apply it for committees. There are, within that there was individual and there's also group and actual EDC itself traits. That's the way I saw it. I apologize, my voice is scratchy for some reason, but go ahead. So in any case, that's what we're looking at for that. Executive director search, there's a contract, we discussed this already, so I won't belabor that. Retrain teaks and modular buildings. Those are some agreements. On the teaks, we've approved that, but we need to revisit the contract, and I'll get with our secretary here because some of those require the dual signatures on. The modular building, the feedback on that is the city would like for us to pay for that. They didn't want the triple wide because that would have required increased rent on their behalf, on their side. And so now we're looking at the double wide, the modular version. And I've gotten back with the company and I know when we voted on that, we wanted to look at some models of it, right? So we'll have to look at a model of it. But we're on the verge of being able to execute that and then get a building in here. We already spoke about the athletic sponsorship. And then the last thing for my part is the committee chairs, the committee charters. Yeah, I put charter, but for budget, finance, and audit, I just have per the EDC bylaws, because we're just looking at paragraph, it spells out what the finance, budget, and audit committee should do. I have me on it, Dr. Brown, and Director Preston. Committee for business retention and expansion, I have Frederick Roberts leading that. And then we have the EDC bylaws, Committee for New Business Formation. I have Director Preston leading that one. We have, yeah, yeah. So we have per what's shown in our bylaws, but also develop budget estimate for annualized activities, grants, client engagements, rental vehicles, things like that. And then we have some special committees. One, athletic sponsorship, that's Dr. Brown, Wendy Williams, and Jaquavius Doucette on that one. And that's the actions that are already taking place. Develop options, lead presentation of implement board decisions concerning Purdue A&M University athletic sponsorship. Events committee, that one's me, Jaquavius Doucette, Tremira. Develop options, lead presentation of and implement board decisions concerning city events.
Then who is Simmons? Has that person?
She
ever
was the
been
one
to a
that called
meeting?
in.
Are they on the board?
They're on the board now.
Have they been to any meetings?
She was that 8th person that was voted on and then hasn't,
She came to a meeting one time?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That you met her once and probably some things around the city because she's highly visible in alumni. So this one's develop and maintain the annual calendar of events. Coordinate with city manager, parks and recs, city historic committee, PV, police, chamber of commerce, and other relevant entities as necessary. Develop event cost estimate for current and projected budgeting purposes. Then we have bylaws. And this one, Frederick Roberts leads. Dr. Brown's on it, Jaquavius Doucette. Annual review bylaws and adjust them to changes in the regulatory environment and local needs. Present proposed changes at the annual meeting or earlier if necessary. Then we have one for strategic planning retreat. We already did that. I didn't put a lot of charter language to that one. Facilities and storage. Me, Jaquavius Doucette, Jonathan Preston, develop options for and implement action for short term, and that's from now for 2 to 2 years, and long term, 2 years and plus, EDC office and storage spaces. And then we'll have one EDC annual meeting planning. Right now, I have you, Dr. Brown, I have you on that one, others as necessary. And charter to be determined, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just curious as to why I'm the only person on this committee and that I don't have, there's not a description of what I'm responsible for.
Oh, because I can just create it. We can just create it. And who else wants to, who else, this is annual meeting planning.
Annual meeting,
Yeah,
I'll work with it.
okay.
So so the Simmons person makes 6, and who is the 7th person?
Soublé, Gigi Soublé.
Have they been to a meeting?
Not since you have been here. She's been online, but not since you've been here. And she was gonna come tonight, but she missed it. Gigi Soublé.
I thought you said you got a letter.
No, she did not resign.
Right, now, there's an underlying concern in terms there's an underlying concern in terms of the appointment of the other person. So I think that it would be appropriate that this board acknowledge the appointment for the person to the board, as opposed to saying that they are on the board, because what the city council voted on was illegal. Inappropriate, illegal. In terms of putting somebody on the board that you didn't have authority to put them on the board. So I think that for the appropriateness of it is that this board accepts and gives City Hall to do what they need to do.
Dr. Brown?
I'm thinking, I was told, this is what I was told.
By who?
I was
Let her
told
finish.
that because the city council approved that 8th person, that they didn't have to be approved again, even though it was an illegal vote.
Well, that's the reason I'm bringing it up, because I don't want any underlying thoughts about it. And that's why I said what I said, that we need to get the city council to say that the person that was approved, you're asking for them to be approved formally and then placed on the board. I have no objections to the individual. I'm saying that the procedure.
Okay.
Because they voted, and I told the mayor when he was here, that was in illegal. I hate to use the word illegal, but that's what it is.
It was illegal.
Because you didn't have the authority to appoint an 8th person. So since you appointed an 8th person, now that the vacancy is there, I think that it would be appropriate to have the city council to confirm the person as a member of the board.
And maybe,
We
and I'll
remove
come
any
back
of
to
those
you,
underlying
maybe
thoughts
just
and considerations.
confirm the current members of the board. Dr. Brown?
Actually, from what I understand, the person was then voted as an alternate. And there's no state statute nor in our bylaws for an alternate.
Yes.
So that whole thing was illegal, and
Yes.
it needs to be legally done
So
properly.
I just recommend that we maybe reach out to any of the attorneys to receive clarification regarding the legality of, the appointment, to see if the council or anyone needs to redo the agenda item. I think we should leave it to like legal, so we should maybe
Well, I don't
discuss
think we
with legal.
need to deal with legal, because it's just proper. The fact that when he stood up there and said, I appointed alternates to committees so that we can always have a quorum. And I said to him, when I read the bylaws, and Dr. Brown validated the bylaws according to statutes, is that you only have 7 members.
Right.
So that made the person, that 8th person, moot, unwarranted, whatever legal terms. I am saying that in order to remove any discussion or any other innuendos or whatever, we need to have city council to say, go back and confirm appointment of this, or to appoint
Or
this
just
person. to the board.
validate
Just
validate
yeah.
current members of the EDC. Dr.
No,
Brown?
no, you can't say
You
validate current
don't have
members.
to
You can't say
validate.
validate
What is
current
the
members.
problem with just doing it the right way?
Yeah, you can't
I
say
mean,
validate the appointments.
What is the problem with just doing it? Say, we want this person, have someone on city council appoint this person
Yes.
to the board, and they vote on it. What is the problem with doing it the right way?
So President Davis, are you able to just recommend to the mayor to add this as an agenda item to reappoint, to
To appoint.
officially appoint the member of the board to do that? So are you just able to take the recommendation and give it to the mayor to add to the agenda?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking. I just want, because I'm tired of it being passed on as if we are doing something wrong, and we don't need to have that. That's my concern.
Okay. I can get with the mayor on that. Okay.
Nobody answered my question, and I really need to know, in order to resolve the issue, I really need to know, what is the problem with just doing it the right way? Is it?
That's not a question for us. At least.
No,
I don't know.
there's some resistance to going back, having the name put on the city council agenda, and having them vote on that person. It's not reaffirming the board.
No, it's not.
Each person on the board has already been approved. but this person was approved illegally, in an illegal manner. So what is the problem with just going back and having it done the proper way?
I don't see a problem.
I thought we already said
Yeah, I
we
think
would,
there- I
I
think-
think
I
we
think
already said
agreement
we're
is
gonna
that-
do that.
Yeah, I think President Davis is going to reach out to the mayor to add it to agenda item to do exactly what we're all asking to do. So-
But it's not reaffirming the board.
It's to just, I mean, to
It's that one
take
person.
action on
What did-
appointing
yeah.
someone,
Yeah,
send us to the board.
Mr.
One
Roberts, what did you just say? You just, then that's what I would be getting
Inasmuch as
with
you
him.
are the chair,
Right,
you tell the mayor, or you've got well, it would be sort of conflicting, but you have a council member who can't put that name on the agenda. But you're the chair, but he said that's what he's going to do. But Dr. Brown wanted a reassurance as to why it can't just be done. And I'm saying that, Mr. President, I ask on behalf of this board that we have the person confirmed as a member of this board.
and that's believed to be the right way, correct?
No, that don't believe, that is the right way.
Okay? So, and I agreed to do that.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right. Okay, so, are there any other officers that have reports? Anything, well, secretary, any reports? Okay. Right. Mhm. And I'm not aware of it.
I think it's.
Really?
It's not a Wallace School, no. No, it's not, I'm Hempstead or Wallace.
Is that like, maybe, is that a real, I mean, first game of the season, or is it preseason? Wow, okay. Okay, I've never been to, yeah, okay, one there. Okay, future agenda items. I have our next meeting date as September the 10th. That one will be preceded by a budget workshop. And directors will go around and any future items, any,
Yeah, I know for the future, as we've done in the past, or as I've done in the past, place emphasis on a timeline and schedule and a potential target date for hiring an executive director.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a actual target date for
Okay.
that
Yeah.
to happen.
Okay, any, Director Doucette, any future items? Director Brown? Okay. Okay. Director Roberts?
I have one, but I'll email the other two
Okay.
once I can formulate it.
Okay.
One would be the grant application
Okay.
form. Grant application form. I have been looking at my material that I did salvage.
Mhm.
but I couldn't find the application form. So
Okay.
I drafted a new one.
Mhm.
And I did send it to Miss, just
Okay.
to test it, to see if she, was able to. That's the one that I'm gonna present.
Oh, you said she did?
She
Oh,
told me, she
good.
sent a note back saying she received it,
Oh.
because I had to go in and change the email address.
Okay.
And I was just testing the one that I was developing was coming from, but it was a draft of an application form. I was hoping that I was able to find the old application form. Because when persons say we don't have anything, I'm like, until you show me where it was denied, we still have it. We just got to find it. And so what I did was, I got an application form from, what was that?
Lake, some
I
city,
forgot
Lake
whatever it
City,
was.
yeah.
Anyway, their application form was something similar to what we had. I just, rather than not have anything, I only wanted to test it to see, will it go through on the email address? I prepared it, it went to my email address. I prepared it for the city, for the. So once I looked at what she sent back, I will now go back in and clean up that form. That's what I'd like to see on the agenda until such time. Yes.
I'm not sure where our computer is, whether or not it's still in the storage, but those items were saved on a computer, and there was a file in the file cabinet that was like a table of contents that had all the different forms listed. She took her time and assigned a form number to each form and described what they were for.
Yeah. That's why I said what I said in terms of, we have it, I don't know. All I know is I looked through my information, but when I had that fire, I lost a lot of stuff. So I was gonna ask, Mr. Davis, we're saying, go back and look at this and look at this and look at this. So it'll save us a lot of time, a lot of headaches, if we were able to have those documents or whatever it is out of those files. So Dr. Brown didn't accept his invitation to be responsible for going to look at the box. If you go to the box, you call me.
But you were on the board when she did that, so
That's what
you
I'm saying.
know
Yeah, that's why
what it looks like.
Yeah, I understand. I wish
Yeah.
I had, because had I found the form, this would be moot right now. I would have been able to have Mr. Davis to put it up on the website, because since I don't have it, I just went on and followed his instructions, and the instructions were, we need to create one until we can find the actual one. And when we find the actual one, then we don't have to worry about it. So I was only reporting on what I did relative to what I want on the agenda.
Is the computer in that storage, the computer we had?
No, you mean old computers?
When you mean,
No
when you
idea.
say old computers, what do you
I
mean?
mean, you're talking about computers from when y'all
There
were
was a
on?
computer.
And when
Everything
we had
was
the,
moved from over there. They moved
Yeah.
everything up, and she had things organized and whatever. Now, had I been able to retrieve my documents, I wouldn't have to discuss.
These are
'cause I
new
would've had it,
items.
But I don't have a document.
but they were also saved on the computer.
Yes, yes.
Did we have one
It's
computer
allowed.
or two?
We had two.
We had two computers.
Yeah.
Those documents were saved on the computer.
Yeah, so what I can say is that there's several boxes in there that have lids on them. It's all neat. I didn't open any of them, so I don't know what's in there. I just took a picture of like what's
The
in there.
boxes, yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
picture you sent us.
Okay. The thing that I would like to have us think about is EDC breakfasts or luncheons. These are something like the city of Waller has them right now. Maybe something that the chamber was
Typical
doing.
sponsor, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that if we have something like that, where we have, almost like we had at our retreat, just we have some food, we invite the people from the 5-10 mile radius to come in and have discussions about business and things that are going on. That's just something I would like for us to think about. Dr. Brown? Oh, yeah, something today, yeah. It was cookies with contractors. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
uh, make a difference. That
Right.
would be a good thing. And it's not that expensive. You just have some
Is
little
it?
light snacks or whatever.
Yes, I spoke to Erica Jones about her thing today. I didn't make it, but I told her that's something we were thinking about. She's the one that hosted the contractors and cookies, yeah. She's with the university extension, yeah. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
It's been extremely moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is adjourned, meeting is adjourned at 8:49. Oh, there's this card for Miss Haddon.
Mr. Dawson needs to be, Mr.
I haven't signed it yet.
Doucette.